Yeah, so recently I got this free joystick off the internet, and it's one of these Gameport only joysticks. I thought, I've got some cards of the Gameport, so in theory this should work properly, but that wasn't really the case. It's true that in Linux you can make it work if you load some modules. Sidewinder. This is a Microsoft Precision Pro Sidewinder, and it's very convenient. I'll just demonstrate how convenient it is here. Okay. So you see you can twist it. Whoops. You can redefine the buttons. So like this button backs you up. So Windows no longer supports the Gameport in any manner, but I was thinking you could, access the hardware registers, but that's kind of difficult in the newer Windows. But apparently there's something called Inpout 32 here that will allow you to read and write directly to the hardware registers. And it looks like somebody else had most of the ideas that I had for doing this, and they've already created sort of like a driver for an older version of Windows here. And although their stuff doesn't work, it's really for the Sidewinder gamepad, not a Sidewinder joystick. It has the main ideas. It has the accessing the hardware registers. It has a feeding a virtual joystick, the PP Joy, and the source code was made available for their latest version. Yeah, so looking at the source code for their old Visual Basic version of this, one of the key problems that would keep almost anyone from being able to use this is that he made it kind of hardwired to his own hardware setting. In fact, it's weird because in the source code is almost reading and writing to two different addresses. In the case of my computer here, or one of them, it's D041 is the address of the game port. And in the old style it would be there. 201 would be the traditional location of like an ISA card game port, but this would be specific to any computer, any different computer. So you'd almost have to make this somehow a command line option, or maybe an ini file or something, or a interactive GUI to select what the proper port is. It's going to be one of the sort of side effects of doing it this way. Okay, so his utility is not going to be compatible with this joystick. It's also not properly feeding a virtual joystick, so it doesn't really function as a joystick. But what you can see here is the hardware interface is basically working. You see, like if I press this fire button here, the button 1 consistently goes off. Also, some of the other buttons consistently work, like this one. So there's some information about the protocol these joysticks use. It seems to have to do with triggering a register, and then the data comes out of button pins in packets, and it has to do with timing and packets. And one of the bits is used as sort of like a clock for protocol. So hopefully this sort of information could be used to properly read the joystick. And so at this point, I don't know if I'm going to try to modify this Visual Basic program or make a C program that uses this Inpout 32 and the new V Joy, not PP Joy. So I'm probably going to go with the C program, and I might try to make something that redefines the some of the joystick buttons as keyboard keys that could be useful in some games. So depending on how many people are interested, I'll go, you know, further into that, or I might just make it kind of rudimentarily work. So that's kind of why I'm putting up this video, because I want to see if anyone's really interested.